Sean, I'm guessing this has been a pretty good week so far, given the performance your team put in on Sunday.
Yeah, it's been a good week. Everyone's bouncing around, and we're looking forward to this week's game against Hunslet. Looking for a bit of consistency, and probably that'll reflect in our team selection this week.
A health check, did everyone come through okay at the weekend?
Mo was a little bit sore after the game, so we'll assess him this week and see how he trains. Apart from that, everyone's pretty much healthy.
And from the injury list that you still have, are we going to see anyone back this coming weekend?
Jack Johnson's in for contention this week. He's been training really well, so his return to play has always been this week, so we'll see how he goes, and hopefully he'll be good to go this week.
You were really chuffed, understandably, straight after the game. A few days on, how do you reflect on what your team put together in terms of what was a pretty complete performance?
Yeah, it was, and we were just looking to build off the back of that. We stripped it right back and focused on just some kick chase and attitude and getting our D on, and then everything kind of flows off the back of that. Once you get that right, get that back right, and then you focus on the fundamentals, and your attack comes off the back of it. So again, it's us building into this week and keeping our standards high, and then really focusing on Hunslet, who had a real good win at weekend on Friday night. And obviously they got a win under the belt, so they were buzzing. But I think it's all about us going into this game. Yeah.
I was going to ask you what you've made of Hunslet so far this year, a team we played, of course, a couple of times last season in League One, who we might not have expected to be playing again in the Championship, but here we are.
Yeah, they kept most of the team together, but also added like Gaskell, Greg Eden, so seasoned pros who've been in Super League a long time, and they seem to be playing really well behind them, and a decent pack as well. So yeah, we're going to be on our guard, and like I said, they had a real good win against Sheffield. So but I think it's focusing on us again, not being rude, but yeah, focusing on us and what we need to get right and things we need to get better from the weekend, and there's always things you need to work on, so that's really important for us going into this game. And it's one big game away. We found out where we're at the halfway mark, hopefully in the top 4 as we are now, and then we have a good break then, because we've not had a break all year. So get up 10 days off, and then come back in for the last part of the season. Yeah,
it's a mini break because of the cup weekend, and then the way it's happened, we have our free week after that. So as a final point, is the key message, let's finish this bit with a big bang.
Yeah, we focus on this for a couple of games now, saying we need to finish off our midway through the season, 2 wins, finish in top 4, come back, reset, and then we fly into the last part of the season. Starting to get troops back as well, which is important. Competition for places, and that always makes my job harder, which I don't mind. So, and I want the best team on the park.